Ooh la la.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing today? And welcome to the latest edition of the Drew Media Law Podcast. So great to have you with us for this Friday, the 17th day of November, the year 2017. And of course, I am Andrew L. Perry. Thank you once again for that warm applause. As always, coming live and Andrew from the busy streets of Brooklyn, New York, inside the campus of Long Island University. And today I'm inside. I just said it already. Today I'm inside the campus of Long Island University, and just not too far from the famous Junior's restaurants and Applebee's stores. For those of you listening on Speaker Podcast, thanks once again for tuning in. Thanks for downloading the app, and thank you for listening to it on Spreaker.com. We want to welcome those of you. All right, it is a football Friday, and we're going to talk about and we'll preview some of the games, including the Giants. Will the Giants finally get a second win of the year, or one will be the only win they have as they host the Kansas City Chiefs? The Jets is on a bye. The Jets is on a bye week, looking to lick their wounds after they disgusting loss against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Patriots looking to get 8 in a row. Looking to have the winning streak continues as they face the Oakland Raiders in Mexico City. So we'll discuss that. We'll try to skip a little college football, but we'll begin the show briefly talking about Ric Flair is suing 30 for 30. Let me. Yeah, for those of you who I haven't saw the 30 for 30, but I haven't saw the 30 for 30. I was looking forward to it. But yeah, Ric Flair is suing 30 for 30. Not ESPN, but the company who used to be represented by Ric Flair. That's who Ric Flair is suing. It's called, if I'm not mistaken, First Row Films, because they received $25,000 from Ric Flair, and I try to read it. I look into it. I try to look into it, and I haven't seen nothing. What were they suing him for, or so forth, or whatever it might be. Remember, Ric Flair was in the hospital in August. Was hospitalized in August. The 68-year-old, and from September. So he's been out of the hospital for a while. So I guess his film wasn't in the, didn't get part of, they took the money. And they didn't pay him, so it seems like it's like that. So, but as the podcast go along, as we move along, as anything late develop, I will gladly let you know. I will look more into it as the week go along. I'll look up and I'll look more into it probably, but. It looked like, what it seems like, I could be wrong. What it seems like to me that Ric Flair is suing the company First Row Films because they were supposed to pay him and they didn't. again, again, I try to read into it. I try different sources, and that's all I have for now. And there's really nothing much that is happening as far as I know. If I get more into it by Monday or Tuesday or any day, I'll read more into it into the podcast. But nonetheless, that's all I know right now. That's all I know for now that Ric Flair is suing. But now let's move. Now let's talk about some little football. As will the Giants get their first? Will the Giants continue to get the? Will the Giants snap out of their hole? Look, we all know the season is over. As far as the Giants is concerned, we all know that there's no salvage in the season. We all know that Bob McAdoo is trying to save his job. But you know what? At this point, there's nothing to be saved. The season is over. Don't be surprised. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to win the West. I'm sorry. I did my best. I tried to have hopes for the Raiders. The Raiders would be good enough. They're probably going to be a wild card team, but it doesn't look like. But the way I see it right now, as the season progresses, it looks like the Chiefs are going to run away with the West. The Broncos stink. The Raiders are not as good as we thought we were, and the Chargers are the Chargers. They've been a Jekyll and Hyde team, honestly, since Nerf Turner left. Or better yet, since Danian Tomlinson, LT of the San Diego Chargers, the Chargers is really a mess. They really are. And at some point, do you think Phillip Rivers is going to stay there, or are you going to leave? But let's stay with I'm gonna stay on the Giants for a second as they host the Kansas City Chiefs this Sunday. I don't expect. Obviously, anytime, no matter what sporting event, it could be basketball, football, hell, it could even be hockey. There's going to be some fans that support it. Don't be surprised if you see empty seats. Don't be surprised at all. Because, again, the season is long gone. The season is dead. It's the first I could recall in my lifetime since '95 that the season is over before Thanksgiving. And there's nothing more left to say anymore, as far as I know. There's nothing left to say as far as I know. Because as far as I'm concerned, they had... As far as I know, this team has been... This team has been ever... I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I don't know what's going on with my stuff. But, see something crazy. But nonetheless, I see something... What I saw with the Giants for the past two games, especially against the 49ers, they flat out quit. Obviously. And Ben McAdoo, he could say everything he wants. He could have an attitude all he wants. Oh, we got to look in the tape. We got to see. We got to correct it. We got to correct this. We got to correct that. The season is over. Obviously. The Giants know they got to clean house. Don't be surprised if they will. You're going to let McAdoo finish out the year. And there's not a lot of games left. And Kansas City look to continue to run away. And that's all you need to say right there. Pretty much. Now, as far as Buffalo, another game that's happening, the Patriots against the Raiders. The Raiders, this game to me gonna see what type of team the Raiders are gonna be. Or the Raiders are gonna be a playoff team, or the Raiders are gonna be the second team coming out of the AFC West, because it looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna come out the AFC West, and they're gonna face New England, which is not easy, obviously. And we all know the recipe of beating the Patriots. You gotta beat up Tom Brady. You have to beat up Tom Brady. You gotta make life miserable for Tom Brady. Otherwise, he's gonna carve you apart. Because Father Time is not creeping in on Tom Brady anytime soon. You saw what he did against Denver last week, putting up 41 points against the Broncos. You see time and time again. Matter of fact, remember, when I saw the 41-16 last week, I was thinking to myself, I remember when Kansas City went into Foxborough a year ago and put up 47 points, excuse me. I could be wrong. It's 47. I didn't think they reached 50 points. But be it as it may, the point is, the last time the Patriots lost at home to the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 1, I don't think the Patriots haven't lost a game. So the Patriots has been on a hot winning streak. They really have. And come on. They're going to win the AFC East. They're going to win the division. We know that. There's no way they could lose that game. No way. If you think they're going to lose that game, I got news for you. It's not happening. And as far as the Raiders is concerned, again, I want to see if they're going to be a playoff team, which is not easy. It's not easy. I would not like the fact they will blow up they're going to get blown up by the Patriots, but at least show up by losing by 1 point or 2 points. But I expect the Raiders to beat the Patriots. I don't expect them to be. And plus, they're playing in Mexico City. And let me say this. When he play at London and Mexico City, it is great for the regular season. For the regular season, I don't mind. No, excuse me. For the preseason, I don't mind. But as for the regular season, I'm sorry. I prefer them playing in America. I really can't get into the London game. I really can't get into the Mexico City. And I don't want to sound like a buffoon. I don't want to sound ignorant. I don't want to sound like I'm in